In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I lost my mom when I was 16 and how at 34 I was able to build a 7-figure monthly income. I'll also tell you why I decided to do that. Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Coach FO, and today I will be sharing with you my background story. When I lost my mom at 16, I was already in the year 1 in the School of Nursing. By the time I was in final year, I was recruited into the military, Nigerian military, and I served for 7 years as a medical military personnel. But I asked myself a simple question: if I stay here for 30 years, where exactly will it take me to? Remember, at the back of my mind, I constantly remembered our experience when my mom retired and died 6 months after. 2 years after her death, we were paid her gratuity, and honestly, it was 15,000 naira. Yes, people will say it was big money at that time, but how big was it? She left 6 children, our last born was 10. And so for me, I started asking myself questions. What if we did not have a responsible father? How far will 15,000 naira take 6 of us? And that, impacted my decision. So by the time I was 25, having served for 7 years and I had no savings to show for it, I decided to resign. And so in March 1993, I resigned from my very lucrative federal job. Because the question you must ask yourself all the time is, this path I have chosen, where exactly will it take me? And then, is that where I will like to be? So for me, it did not tally. I wanted to be in control of what will happen in my life. I didn't want to be at the mercy of anybody. And so I love the discipline. I love the impact on me as an individual. It helped me to put together a very clear vision. So that was my experience, and I had to leave. So when I was 25, I left. I wasn't sure of what next to do, but I was sure that I don't want that particular destination. So at 25, I resigned. I had no savings anywhere. I wasn't even sure of what I wanted to do, but I was sure of the kind of life that I want. And so I had to move out of the military quarters, and I moved into a waterine town in Lagos State called Ekpe. I ended up living in Ekpe for 9 years, and in that period, I started trading fresh fish, which I started with 500 naira, and in 2 weeks, I had over 5,000 naira. Honestly, for me, it's all about what you want. So from there, I went into full-time catering. At a point, I started trading along the West African route. I will bring in clothing, I will clear cars and all of that. And then in 1999, I was introduced to this wonderful wellness industry. And so I started with borrowed money from cooperative society. I borrowed 500,000 naira at that time, which was about $5,000, and that was in 1999 July. And for 1 year, we used to go to Ghana to bring in the products. But because there was no proper mentorship, the products expired in my house. That was a phase. But in that 1 year, I started reading business books, and particularly in the network marketing industry. I got to understand what leverage is all about. That if you want to really build wealth, you need to understand the power of leverage. And there are basically about 3 ways for you to understand to use leverage. You can leverage money, you can leverage time, and then you can leverage people's expertise. So I understood all of that because I started reading. And I came across a book called Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark and Rennie Yarnell. I read that book 3 times and I realized the potential inherent in the network marketing space. So I started, and after 1 year, having lost the original money, I borrowed another 32,000 naira, which was then about $300, to start again 25 years ago. That was on the 10th of August, year 2000. Coming into the network marketing business, I have always loved to read. I've always loved to learn. Learning helps you to reduce your learning curve. And so, I started reading, I started buying books, I invested a lot in self-development, started learning communication, learned public speaking, learned leadership, which is team building. Because in network marketing, you want to leverage time. So when you learn a skill, you want to work with a team who will duplicate that same skill. And that's how leverage helps you to build what we call a residual income. Because here we're talking about your options to retirement. So for me, I understood network marketing as a business model where I don't have to owe the whole world. I don't have to borrow a large amount of money from the bank. I can simply leverage on the skills I have learned and leverage on other people's time. And so that became a very good option for me. If you continue to follow us on this channel, we will be talking about your various options to build your residual or retirement income. And so I started making money. By the 10th month, a business I borrowed 32,000 naira to start. By the 10th month, which was around May 2001, I started earning over 300,000 naira a month. And so we started. Honestly, by the end of the second year, I started earning 7-figure monthly, and that's 23 years ago. So by the time I was 34, I had built this monthly residual income, and so I'm not afraid anymore. While other people, my colleagues, are going on the 35-year journey, it took me exactly from age 25 to age 34, 9 years, to build my own retirement income. And that's what we're here to talk about. What are your options to build the kind of future that you will like? Simple question. How much would you like to earn per month in retirement? And who says you have to be 60 before you retire? Why can't you retire at 30, at 40, at 45, at 50, or even 55? It is possible, and that's why we are here to hold you by the hand and help you. So if you would like to know how I did it, because laying that, the first 1 year was my learning period. I paid school fees. That's how I look at it. That first 500,000 naira was my school fees. Learning how to build a successful business in the network marketing space and learning what not to do, like front loading. It's not ideal. It's not necessary. You can take your time to learn the skills and build a proper income for yourself. That is a legacy. That is an asset that is generational. So, thank you for joining us today and for listening to my story. If you are ready to build your own residual income that is willable, so that you can end poverty in your own generation like I have done in my generation, send me a DM, click or leave a message down here, and we will get in touch with you. Don't leave your destiny in other people's hands. Secure your tomorrow today. I look forward to working with you. God bless.